So anyway, uh, so last meeting, we created the AddingASearchButtontoTheAuthorsCRUDS. We will be finishing the classic discussion on classic ESP, no, within a few days. No? So I will ask you, no, to create your own groupings, just like the previous semester, which will be uh, for you to use to develop your project, no, at the end of summer, which will be the basis of your final grade. Likewise, no. So performance based yung ating evaluation, and your grade will depend on your project. Okay. Any questions so far? So if you look at our regular site, no. If you look at our regular site, last meeting we discussed creating a master page. We discussed creating a master page. What's a master page? It's a master page where there are which has fixed content. Sino yung pumasok lang? Sino yung kapapasok? Moralde.
Moralde, sir.
Yeah. No? So, yeah. A master page like this, no? So, let's run this. We have created a project called a master page. So, the good thing about a master page is certain parts are fixed, no? And only certain parts are designated for content. For example, no, if you log in, this is our web page, no? I hope you can see that, no? Ito. So, if you navigate from page to page, you know, the footer and the navigation bar is not changed, no? And then, no? Do you follow? Okay. So that's a master page. And in the master page, you have a designated area where you can place a content, or you can designate the content page, no? So anyway, it's there, no? Nandito na. Nandito yung HTML site. So dito sa HTML site, you will have an area designated as the master page or the master content. So you have it is called a placeholder. No? It is an ASP component or tool bar. It's part of the toolbox. No? You will assign it an ID so that you will target this during the development of your web page content. Okay? Do you follow? Any questions so far? And last meeting, we also used the grid view, okay, to create a simple CRUDS for the employees, no? Okay, so for example, it's here. No? Let's run this. It's already running. No? So ito, we have the author management where we can add, delete, edit authors. This is a CRUD pa lang, no? And later we'll introduce a print. Okay. Any questions so far? No. So you can now edit. You can. There's an edit button, for example. Pwede mag-edit. No? So this is a must among web tech. No? Yeah, this you have a save button. Okay, you can also cancel it anyway. You also have a delete button, you know, which confirms for deletion and deletes the record. Now, we have used stored procedures. Okay, we have used stored procedures for this. No, so I have uploaded the stored procedure for insertion, deletion, and edit, no, or update. For example, no, our CRUDS will call the insert procedure. So ito yon. It will pass the parameters last name, first name, middle name, nationality, and specialization as varchar, and insert it into authors. Of course, it will return an ID. No? It will also create an ID by itself because ID is auto-generate. Okay. And then we have the delete procedure. This is in SQL. No, we will call them. So you have the delete procedure. Okay. So given an author ID, we will call delete from authors where ID author is equal to ID author, which is a parameter. Okay. Any questions so far? That's the delete. The same thing is true with the, it's almost the same, no? The update procedure or the edit procedure is almost the same. Okay, so it's there, no? You can copy them when you create your project. And then we also have the HTML code of the author's page. No? Ito, which shows you the grid, the different characteristics of the grid, which we have discussed last meeting. And then you have the program code. Okay, let's look at the program code. So nandito, no, the control, how the grid is how the users are, no, designated to open. Do you follow? No? And then we have how the grid is populated. Okay, and then we have the editing procedures, no, the row deleting, how the delete procedure of the SQL server is called, and the update procedure, how the data is extracted from the grid, no, from the rows of the grid, and used as parameter to the procedure called what? Edit, no, SP edit author. Do you follow? That's how it is, no. So we have an add new, no. There's also a procedure for inserting a new record at the footer. We will get the footer and pass it as parameter to the insert procedure in our SQL server. Okay? So the whole code is there. Any questions so far? So nandito na, no? Ito yung ating program. This is the running program. So, ito. Do you follow? You can add or maybe we can just delete this first. We can add a into the list of authors. Okay? So you'll have that. Very important. We will do the print later. No? Now, what I'd like to do is do a search. Okay, allow a search because a search is very useful. What will you do if, for example, no? By the way, I have arranged this alphabetically. Okay, Pastra. I've arranged this alphabetically. No? So how did I do that? No? Let's look at the stored procedure for the authors. No? Okay, the populate grid view. Okay. So, hindi ko pa yata nalagyan dito. No, it's good that our is ordered. Okay, is ordered by authors. Okay, by author's last name. So this we have a very long string. We'll have to use a plus. No, okay. We'll have an order by last name author. It's actual field name, and we'll have first name author. Okay, let's run this. So that's how it should run. Batallones. Okay. By adding a sort by, in our SQL statement, valid login. Mali yung password. Okay. And then author management. Now, is it always as this low? No, it's not. Because this is in development mode. When we are going to deploy this, we are going to set this in deployment in production mode. So, nag-error tayo. Last name author. So may mali yung ating SQL statement. Okay? Okay. From authors, order by. There should be a space between order and the word by. Okay? Dayo. And there should be a space. I'm sorry, between. Okay. Dayo just came in. Walang space. Kaya nag-error. Okay. Then let's click continue. You have this, we'll just click this. Okay, close. Run it. So may error doon sa aking SQL statement. No? It's obvious anyway. No? We are in development mode. No? So that's why it's slow. In the deployment mode, okay, things are different. No? So, author management. So this is now arranged by last name and first name. Now, the main reason why I'm doing that is because it will be easier for the user to search. And it will be much better if you will have a search button. Okay, I will install a search by last name. Okay, of course, you can do your own search by last name and first name and middle name even. Okay, do you follow? I will just give you a sample code and you can extend. You can do an easy add rather insert statement. You can just insert no fields for searching. No? Okay, so what we are going to do in authors.aspx is ito yung design view niya, di ba? We have print. Before the print button, we will put a label, okay? And then we'll put a search button, okay? Can we do that? Okay. It's not that difficult to do, no? Okay, what we'll do is we do a text box, okay, with a placeholder, okay? So let's go to the source. It's much easier to do that. We have here, no? Okay, naka-center MX Auto. Okay, we will put a text box. We can say text box. Okay, so we type text box and put it here. Okay, we will give it a name. So we say this is txt search last name. It's good if we put a placeholder para hindi na tayo so that we'll not have a label anymore because last name. Okay, or you can say type plus name like that. No? Okay, so let's go to the design view. So ito, no? So there's a text box. You can also assign it a class if you like, no? You can just go to Bootstrap and then find an appropriate text box class, no? Now, medyo madikit, so we'll put an NBSP. Okay? And then ito, lagyan natin ng dalawang NBSP later, okay? You know what an NBSP is, right? Non-breaking space. NBSP. Isa lang. NBSP. Okay? And then, later in the bottom, we will, okay? Then we'll add a button beside it. So, kopyahin na lang natin ito. We'd like the button to be button primary. Okay? Button primary in terms of bootstrap. No? Yes, we'll assign a bootstrap class para magkaiba naman siya. No? We'll just have a different color. Okay? The ID will be search author. BTN search author. Okay? And the text is search. Okay? How will it look like? Let's look at that. No? So, ganito. Now, nakadikit siya, no? Kadikit yung dalawang button, so we'll put an NBSP. Dalawang NBSP na lang. Para medyo malaya. Malaya. Okay. First at palaan. NBSP. Okay. Non-breaking space. NBSP. So, medyo lumayo na siya. That's better. Okay. Di follow? Let's run this. What we'd like to do is we will allow the user to type names beginning with last names. Okay. And we will search our database according to the portion of the last names. Okay. Author management. Okay, so ganito ang gusto natin gagawin. Magta-type siya ng last name dito, so sa AR. And when we click search, all family names beginning with AR will be filtered. Okay? Okay, how do we do that? first we will have to do an update, or rather a change on the populate grid. Okay, particularly the search here, no? Okay, may order by dito, right? Bigyan natin ito. Okay, plus we will put a where statement. Where last name. Are you familiar with the like statement in SQL? No, like, you should be familiar with this. Like last name like. Okay, plus. Now you should enclose this in double quotes, no? Ganyan. Uh, First, dapat lagyan natin ng single quotes, no? Because the like string should be in quotes, right? Okay. Or yeah, let's just anyway test this, no? Plus uh, this dot txt search last name dot text dot trim plus percent, diba? Bago mag ganyan, no? Okay, do you follow? So the effect will be there will be a like statement starting on the percent. You know what? A percent means search all with starting with letter A. AR first, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's run this. So kukunin natin siya sa txt dot search last name. There are errors, so it's found out. Why. So ito, we need a plus here. Okay, kailangan ng plus. You have to concatenate strings. Okay. Admin. So, author management. Ang gusto natin, pag mag-type siya ng last name dito, such as A, and click search, we will filter search. Now, what we lack now is the button handler, the on-click. The orange here. The on-click of the search. Search button, okay? Lalagyan na lang natin ito ng search, okay? So, let's go to the ESPX, the search button. We can double-click on this. What will we do here? We'll just call this dot populate grid view. Okay, ganun lang, no? Because we already have uh, an SQL condition. Okay, admin. Okay, then we go to author management. So, nandiyan na, di ba? So, for example, if you type AR and search, so all names starting with AR are filtered, no? Okay, do you follow? If you will erase this and just click search, no, it will bring up everything. Okay, do you follow? So if you type Argilia and click search, so you will be now you can start editing this. For example, save. Okay. Now if you erase this and search them again, so yeah, that's why. Yeah. Okay. Do you follow? Do you get my point? So now we have a complete CRUDS. CRUD lang sa atin sa noon eh. Because we now have a search button. Okay? Do you follow? Do you follow? Okay. Okay, now let's do we are going to do a print na. I think that will be up for today na. Kasi matatapos na natin itong buong CRUDS. Okay? I'll show you a different CRUDS next meeting that will be on Monday. Is it all right, everyone? Okay? Single session lang tayo ngayon. Okay? We have done the search. We will do the print. Okay. How do we go to the print? Now, fortunately, Visual Studio 2017 and 2018 is among the few platforms which provides us with a report. No? You know the report. It's called RDLC. Okay. Okay. First, we will insert a report viewer in our project. No? So, how do we go about that? We will manage the NuGet packages. Look for our RDLC. No, or not there, no? By the way, hindi dito. Dito yata sa extensions, no? We manage extensions. Okay. We look for RDLC. No? So, hindi itong ESP.NET Core. We already have installed RDLC Report Designer, no? Okay. Do you follow? Okay. Okay. So, nandito na siya. You know how to do this. You just click and then click download, it will install. Incidentally, we already have the report designer. Okay. First, we will create the report. No? Add new. Can we create a button for a folder first? Add folder. We will name this folder as reports. Okay, para dyan malagay, hindi siya mahalo. Okay. Then we'll have add new item. Okay. We'll search report. Yan. Report, no? We'll add a report. We'll name this report right away as RPT authors. Okay. We click add. Okay. So now we have a report. Okay. What we'll do is we'll add. We have done this before, right? We'll add components. So okay. So we'll add a text box, for example. We have here list of authors. Okay. Do you follow? No. And then we'll add a table. There are many ways to do. There are many features, no, which you can include. You can change the page size from long to short, no, depending on the parameters. You just have the body properties, no. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. We look at the properties later, no. For the moment, we'll create a table. No? We'll insert a table. Where's a table? You can have a page header and a page footer, no. I'd like you to explore this yourself. No? So we'll choose a data set. We have done this before. We have no new data. We'll have a new data set, no, default one, and then we'll create a new data source. No? So the connection with which we don't have a connection yet. We'll create a new connection. No? So ito, no, the server name. Matagal, no. Anyway, we look at our connection string in the web. Dito na lang. We can look at it in our web.config. No? Anyway, we look at the server. Sabi muna, no? We look at the server, no? Browser Explorer here. So, this is our, no? This is our Roy PC new. Anyway, we look at the web config, no? Nandito sa web config ang configuration string. Localhost. Okay. Just copy this. We need that to create our first data source, which will be required by the report. Okay. So anyway, So here we have, no? Okay, table properties. Let's delete this first, no? We'll do it all over again. We'll insert a table. Okay, so the data set is data set 1. It will be added to our project right away. We'll have the data source is new. So localhost, we'll just copy this from our uh, anyway, we can just have I think we can have localhost. Okay. We'll create a new connection. We'll create a new connection. Localhost. Okay. The authentication is SQL Server. Okay. The password is, we have that from our web config. No? The password is demo. The database is demo. Ito, no? The ID is demo user. Okay. And the password is demo 123. Okay. Demo user. Okay. Demo user. Okay. And the password is capital D MO 123. Okay, select the database. We'll select this. Demo user is login failed. We'll just copy paste na. Copy paste ko na lang yung password. Here it is na. Copy ko ito. Demo user ang so that I can paste it here. Okay. Save it. Now it's there. But the database is demo. And then I click OK. Okay. So nandito yung connection string. We'll just click next. Okay. Click next. We are going to use a table called authors. So i-check natin dito. You can check everything, no? Mas maganda i-check na lang lahat if you like, no? Para hindi ka na babalik dyan. It's just now in your dataset. Okay? Authors yung ating dataset. Okay? I'll click OK. Do you follow? No? Okay? So, this is easy to do, right? Okay? But we'll go to our SQL server. No? Meron ba tayo dito, no? Dito tayo, databases, demo, tables, authors, no? No. Hindi pala, hindi tayo pwede dyan. We'll just go to our, dito na lang sa report data, no? Data sources, demo dataset. Okay tayo, datasets dito. Okay, we have dataset 1 as ID author. We can put it here. Last name. Okay, the first name. Okay, wala lang. It's taking a while, saving. Bagal, no? So you have to wait for a while. That's always the case when you're handling datasets. Okay, oy, sorry, nag-ano siya, no? Bakit nasira tayo? Okay, where are we? Nandito ba yung reports? Wala yung reports, no? Let me close this, no? This may not be the right, Naghang siya, no? Ito, recover selected files. Nag-crash. And then it restarted itself. Anyway, we'll find out, no? Anong nangyari. So wala nang nangyari. Let's look for the reports na. We'll edit this. We'll have to click save from time to time. Meron na ba tayong dataset? Let's look if the dataset is saved. Parang wala na save, no? Because if there's a dataset, we will have it here. Okay. We insert a text box. Type list of authors. Now, if you'd like to have a text box taken from your dataset, you can just actually drag and drop. Mawala yung ating dataset. Okay. So we can create a new dataset. Hindi na save, no? It can now take the demo connection string from web config. It's okay. Hindi niya nakita yan. And then we'll click all the tables. Usually that's how you do it. Huh? Para di ka nababalik. It's difficult to add. Hindi natin na-save, so we'll have to save it again, no? From time to time. Click OK, and then save this. Now, for example, you'd like to get the last name of one author, which you want to place there, you just drag it there like that. No? Do you follow? Ganyan lang mag-ano. But we are not going to have a we are not going to have a text, no? We are going to have a table, so we'll do that all over again. And we just click, no? Save every now and then. Nag-crash sa akin yung kanina. Okay. Now we'll put the last name here. Then we'll put the first name. Then we put the middle name. And then we change the labels. Save. The headers now. These are the headers. No? Just adjust the columns. Then can I insert column to the right? So we'll have nationality. Okay. We'll save this, okay? We'll save the session and go back. Meron pa tayong second session. Okay, please be back. Okay, meron pa tayong second session kasi hindi natin natapos. I just finished the creation of the report and then we'll go to that later, no? Madalin po ito. Nationality should be short. I'll just finish this. Okay. We'll adjust. Then we add another column. Right. We'll put the specialization. Hindi na shoot. We have to do that again. Okay na yan. We'll have to extend. We'll have to remove this. Okay. We have to save this. Okay. We can save. So we have the next thing we'll do is we'll create a report viewer. Okay. We'll do that when we come back. Okay. And we have to save this and we'll have a second session anyway. No? We'll have a second session. Please be back right away.